There are so many different types of feet. Some people like the arches. A lot of that comes from the type of shoes you wear. Maybe it's the heels, and you can see the curve of the arch, the soles, of course. Some people just like the tops views of the toes. So that could come from flip-flops. The curves in the feet, they can be very sexy, and the curves in the toes, and it's almost like the female body, the curve of the foot.
Zipper Magazine.
Hi, I'm Malika, MyPrettyFeet 8, and today I am talking with Zipper Magazine all about feet. I have been in the fetish industry since 2018. I am mostly a foot model, so if you want to learn all about your own fetish or other people's fetish, take a listen. What's really cool about foot fetishists is that there's a wide variety of them. It's kind of a common misconception that all foot guys are submissive, but that doesn't encapsulate all of the foot fetishists. Some of them are very submissive and they like to be called foot boys. They like sort of the more dominant women. And then there's other guys that just like the sensuality of feet. They want you to be loving and kind toward them. And other ones like you to be more of a mommy type of situation, mommy teacher. So it's a little bit dommy, but also more nurturing. There's a wide spectrum of what they enjoy. For most of the people that are into feet, they started young. Maybe they saw someone's slippers that were sitting around the house and they just got fascinated with them for some reason. And they learned that this was something that was going to be part of them. Or maybe a teacher was dangling her flats in this classroom and they kind of got feelings. So foot fetishes are definitely all over the map as far as the spectrum. I have a beautiful trans woman who started out masculine, and I encouraged her to transition. I helped her through custom videos, and she liked more of the domination style, so I was kind of forced doing it, and she is happy living that life. And I also do videos with men, and that's more for the guys who maybe aren't fully out yet, but are kind of feeling those feelings for men's feet and they need a little push. And of course, there is all sides of the gay community that enjoy feet. I have female clients as well. There aren't very many of them, but I wish I had more. If you want to just be part of the community and you're not a creator, it's a great environment to do that on Instagram or Twitter. You can even be on Reddit, just being able to see what other people are creating. Actually, on Reddit, there's a lot of great threads about what you enjoy about feet stories. Those are really fun to kind of read what other people come up with, their fantasies, and something that happened maybe in real life to them. There is a wide spectrum of feet that people enjoy. And although it might be more common to see the pretty small feet, it's not just those. Some people like really, really big feet. It's more area to love. And some people like older women's feet. There's men that really enjoy the super long toenails and some of them that don't. There's guys that only like the arch and other guys like flat feet. There's just such an enormous variety. I hear often that guys have trouble talking to their girlfriends because they feel like they have ugly feet. Or they're like, oh, I don't want my feet touched because they've been told maybe that they had ugly feet, but they don't. If a foot guy wants to touch your feet, he likes your feet. Most of us have pretty feet to somebody. There's such a wide variety. There's a foot for every fetishist. That's what I think. The advice I would give for people who maybe feel apprehension about sharing how they feel about feet, especially the foot fetishists. I know that it can be a little bit nerve-wracking to tell someone, okay, I have a fetish, but maybe just compliment their feet, give them a foot massage, pay for a pedicure, and compliment the feet a lot. If the girlfriend or boyfriend has a hang up about how they feel about their feet, maybe they've been told they're ugly, if you're complimenting them, maybe they'll start to feel a little bit better about you touching them, and then it can progress from there. So maybe to kissing the feet, and it can go wherever. And if you have hang-ups, you want to help your partner and you just don't quite feel comfortable, I kind of recommend the same thing. Get your feet done, make them look nice, have pedicures regularly, keep your nail polish looking nice, and just enjoy your own feet. Keep them lotioned. Get used to having them be touched, because that can be a thing like, "Ooh, don't touch," but there's a lot of nerve endings, especially in those toes. It opens up a whole new world if you let your feet be played with. So I definitely recommend indulging in that fetish. There are a lot of complementary kinks that go along with foot fetish, from tickling to bondage to lots of domination. So anything you can think of as far as dominations, from CEI to stinky feet or dirty, everything that you can think of is kind of encapsulated with the feet. You can do anything with feet that you can do with the rest of the body. So anything, you know what I'm saying? You can do it all with the feet. And I've played around with a little bit of bondage with just the feet. I don't have to have anything else tied up. So there's all different types of things that go along with the foot fetish. I don't think it's very common just to want to see the feet. So it could be shoes. Some people like the flats, so you don't even see the feet really. It's more the tease of the arch, the tease of the toe cleavage, they call it, and maybe the smell that comes out of it. There's so much that goes into it. I can talk about it all day. The assumption that I would like to clear about the fetish community, the kink community, is that they're weirdos. I mean, I hear that from vanilla people, and it makes no sense to me, because a lot of the times vanilla people have a kink or a fetish. They just don't call it that. Guys who like breasts, for instance, they have a kink or a fetish for breasts, but they don't call it a fetish because it's not the normal sexual part. But having a foot fetish is normal sexual part. There's so many nerve endings. Just like on the nipples, there's nerve endings on the toes. It's there. So I don't think that it's weird to have a fetish. It's just that you call it that, maybe, or call it kink. So the vanilla people are like, they don't understand that they've already got a kink. Everybody has one. I have a whole video about feet pic selling lies that we are told that you can make so much money so fast and only show your feet. That's how I got started. But the reality is, if you're not making videos, if you are not showing your whole body, you're not going to make a lot of money. You need to make a lot of content. You need to make a lot of adjustments in your lifestyle, because you've got to work all the time. This is not where you can just take a picture, post it online, and then the money's going to come rolling in. I work a lot, and I, make a decent living, but it's a lot of work. I think that's a misconception, that it's just super easy, and it's not super easy. I think it's very important for the creators to at least respect their clients. If you're thinking, oh, this guy's a weirdo and I can't believe he wants these feet, I'm just going to take quick, blurry pictures of whatever he wants and not put any effort into it, you might make a little bit of money, but they're not going to come back. Also, clients talk, other models talk. If you're known as someone who doesn't care and doesn't like the community, then the word's going to get out. Learn why the guys like certain things about the feet, because if you don't have kind of a general understanding about the fetish, it's going to be difficult for you to fulfill their fantasies if you don't know what their fantasy is or where they're coming from with it. My advice for men or whoever who enjoys feet is to just embrace who you are and what you enjoy and go for it. There's nothing to be ashamed about. You enjoy what you enjoy. Just enjoy it. Go for it. So I want to thank Zipper Magazine for having me on this interview. I'm Malika, MyPrettyFeet 8.
Real kink for real people. Brought to you by Sunny Megatron and Clips for Sale.